So I have been in school now for a month, and it has been really fun, but really exhausting. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am completely drained. I just want to sleep all the time, and no matter how much caffeine I drink, nothing helps. But I'm going to try to make it through this video without falling asleep. I think the main thing is that, like, I can never, ever sleep in. Like, I am getting up at, like, 7:30 every morning. Wednesdays, I'm supposed to sleep in. I don't have class until 3, which is why I make videos on Wednesdays. But this week, I got up at 6. So today, I got up at 6 so I could go to a political debate. And it was great, but I'm tired now. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about some of the more interesting people I've met while I was here. So the first one is my education professor. I'm taking a class called Education in Modern Society. And I don't really know what that class is supposed to be about. First it was philosophy, now we're doing history. I don't really know. And the class was completely created by this professor. The book was written by him, everything. So it's almost like just his thoughts made into a class. And it's weird because he is the most scatterbrained person in the world. He'll just like start talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden he's talking something completely different. And I don't know how he gets there. It's so hard to follow. I don't even think he always knows, because he'll start saying one thing and then he'll be like going off for 15 minutes, and then he'll go, and so that's how this connects to education or something. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't connect. I was a little bit worried for a while that I wasn't going to be doing well in that class, but so far I'm doing pretty well, especially considering that he said that most people get like a C in the class, and I've got like a B+, so that's pretty good. Especially considering we've only had one test and then like this one discussion, and that's all we've been graded on. The other weird thing that he does is he's always like trying to convince us not to be teachers and not to get married. He's done that a couple times. He's always telling us how teachers never make money and that the profession is going to not exist in a couple of years and how they're unnecessary for education. I'm like, aren't you a teacher? Like, why are you telling us all this? We'll all not take your class if you tell us all that we're pointless. And then he keeps telling us how the family structure has changed, so that most of the women in the class are going to be single mothers, and that the guys are all just going to abandon us. Why is he saying that? I don't think that's true, and it's just very much a downer. I don't like it. He's just really weird, and he's just always going off on random tangents, and he's like the quintessential crazy professor. Like, I can't even tell you all the things, the random stuff he says. There's a part in our textbook where he just starts rambling on about going on walks with his dogs. And I'm like, how is that supposed to be what the class is about? And I don't even know what this class is about. Like I said, like, the syllabus is like that long, and it literally says, we'll be learning about education in modern society. And I'm like, but what does that mean? And why are we learning about philosophy? And why are we learning about history? I don't understand. So that's him. And then the other person I want to talk about is the crazy bus driver. I went home last weekend, and I took a bus. And it was like fine. It was like a bus ride. I had a pretty interesting bus driver. He was like nice enough, but he was really old, first off. And not that I'm against old people, he just was. And he had like an anger issue. He, at one point, literally stopped the bus and got up and yelled at someone because their music was too loud, but like I couldn't even hear it. I don't even know. Like, he literally like stopped at a stop light and like turned off the bus and got up and walked over and yelled at him. And I was like, okay. He honked his horn a lot, like so many times for no reason. Like, I mean, I couldn't see out the window, but there's no way that in a 3-hour span of time you need to honk your horn 8 different times. Like, not even like 1, 2, 3, that would count as 1. So many times. And I can't imagine that there were that many bad drivers. I think he was just really impatient. I know for sure one of them was we were pulling into a gas station, which is like where we were letting off some of the people. And there was like a motorcycle, and they were going like from over here. So if like the gas station like entrance is here, they were here and we were here, and they were going across like this. And the bus driver pulled up when they were like here, not done, and honked at them. And I was like, why are you honking? Why are you honking? So he did that a lot. And there were some other really interesting people on the bus. Buses, like public transportation is always an interesting experience. You always see really creepy people on there. And there was this one guy who I am pretty sure was he was really high, I think. Either that or he was just literally insane. He was like always like staring at people with like really big eyes, and he was just creepy. I didn't like him. There was this one woman on there who was like really like morbidly obese, and she had a walker, and like that's all fine and dandy, but like when she walked really slow, we were getting off the bus to get lunch, she was really slow, and she was like the loudest person ever. She ate really loud, and she breathed really loud, and she ate like the entire bus ride. She had like 5 different bags of chips, like not like huge ones, but like that big of chips, and plus the like hamburger meal she got at McDonald's. She was just like eating constantly, so she was kind of annoying. When we stopped to get out of McDonald's, everyone like shot up, and I thought that everyone was like really hungry, but they all then pulled out cigarettes, and they were all like pushing to the front of the bus because they had to get off to take their smoke break. Because we'd been on the bus now for like 2.5 hours, and they were all like freaking out. And I was kind of like, oh, I am glad I don't smoke, because I would have to deal with that. Plus, I just hate the way it smells. That was pretty much my bus ride experience. I mean, I'd go again, because I need to get home somehow, and it wasn't that bad, and it wasn't very expensive. But I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about the people. I'm sure there are so many more people that I could talk about, just like crazy people. I know rude people. I'll probably do a different video just about rude people that I've met in college. But this video is getting long enough, and I'm tired, and I've got stuff to do. So I'm going to say bye for now and see you next week.
Hi. Alright, so this week I'm going to be doing a review on Mary Lou's Legend. I was loaned this book by a friend who told me that it was like one of the best dystopians he's read in a really long time, and I was like, I'll read it. And I did. And you'll have to watch and see what I thought.